Welcome back to mckilliplife. My name is Amber and today I'm in the kitchen. Today I'm going to be trying a new recipe to me. It's called Tetrazzini. I kind of wonder if this is the same thing as what people say spaghetti bake, because this is going to be a casserole of spaghetti in the oven. But I've never made this. And I'm going to try doing this gluten-free because it's asking for obviously pasta and I don't have any homemade pasta. So I'll be doing gluten-free. So what I have going on here is a fourth of a cup of butter melted down, and then I have 1 onion that I'm sauteing. They say do it all at the same time with your chicken and everything, but I know my family likes onions cooked a little bit better. So I have sauteing onions in here, and then this is boiling water for my pasta. The pasta bag says cook 9 to 10 minutes because it's gluten-free pasta. I'm going to cook it less than that because if you overcook gluten-free pasta, it falls apart. And this is rice-based. So I'm going to put it in here for 7 minutes and test it and see how it is. It does call for linguine, but this is what I have in the house. Come on. Not a nice process. Start the timer. Come on. Soften up. I do have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and I have a 9x13 pan over here with it's greased up and ready to go, and it's all ready. So I think the onions cooked well enough at this point. I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken. It's 1.5 pounds of chicken breast cubed, and part of this was left over from another meal. Then I defrosted another breast and went ahead and chopped it up and added it to the bag. And it's saying to go ahead and salt and pepper this. They have exact measurements of salt and pepper, but I'm just going to sprinkle it on. This is going to have quite a bit of Parmesan in it. Come on. I think that was a mistake. I want crunchy ends and cooked middles. I should have broken it up. So, it's going to have basically 5 ounces of Parmesan in it, so don't really have to go very heavy with the salt. And some black pepper. And it's also asking for 2 cloves of garlic. So I don't think I have enough water in here. So yes, this recipe calls for regular linguine, and it also calls for putting crushed up Ritz crackers on the top. So instead I'm going to be using rice noodles and putting some of my homemade breadcrumbs on top. So once this cooks for a little bit, we'll be adding 2 cans of cream of mushroom, and cream of mushroom typically has flour in it. So I have some gluten-free cream of mushroom here. The pasta says 2 minutes, so we'll see how it is. should get a strainer out for this. That's nice. The noodles are softening up some, becoming more flexible. You can see with gluten-free pasta how murky the water is. Just, it puts off a lot of starch being a rice noodle. And this chicken is putting off a lot of water. It's interesting, really, in the time it takes to boil pasta, your other parts basically going to be done. Test the pasta. Since it's been baking in the oven for 40 minutes, I don't want this to be completely cooked. That is very not cooked, so we'll let it go for some more time. I think I'm going to go ahead and add the other ingredients into the chicken. So like I said, 2 cans of cream of mushroom. The pasta. That's better. Then go ahead and turn this off and drain it. I have 8 ounces of sour cream. Oh, kind of reminds me of beef stroganoff. The sour cream and the mushrooms. Of course, beef stroganoff has beef in it, not chicken. And then we have 1 cup of frozen peas. And basically a package of shredded Parmesan. I just shredded some Parmesan. It's about 5 ounces. Turn the stove off, and then we're going to mix in our pasta. Should be yummy just to eat like this. Let me get the pasta loosen up a little bit. One big lump of pasta is not going to work, people. Go back to the trusty scissors. Yeah, I had never heard of pasta bake until I moved to Texas. So, not something I grew up with. When I talked about making this for dinner, West was like, can we do it without the almonds? I'm like, the recipe I found didn't call with almonds, so. Just tells you how much I don't know about this recipe. But, like I said, looking at all the ingredients, it should be very tasty. Okay, I think that's as mixed as it's going to get. And that is still hot. So I'm going to go over here and fill this man. And just spread it out. And top with breadcrumbs. Just trying to break up the breadcrumbs a little bit. This is breadcrumbs made from bread, so it don't necessarily have a food processor, so I'm not gonna blitz it up or anything, just breaking it up with my hand. And I think the recipe is saying this makes a really good freezer meal. That at this point you can just freeze it, and then when it comes time for your meal, you can just pop it in the oven and be done with it. So that's an idea. So into the oven for 30 to 40 minutes. 40 minutes on the clock, and I'll be back when it's coming out of the oven and after I've cleaned up all this mess. The timer's gone off, so it's time to check on the food. I think that qualifies as boiling and bubbling, so it's time to take it out. Once it's not boiling a lava anymore, we'll have a taste test. So here we are, and it's not boiling anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a taste.
Tastes good. I like the crunch on the crust. Is that the cheese?
No, that's just breadcrumbs on top.
Tastes really good.
Parmesan throughout the whole thing. This is really tasty.
I just wish you could smell this with us and take a bite. Here, take one for yourself.
I think the chicken's a little bit overcooked, but now that I know how the recipe goes, I can just cook it less next time. But it's very tasty.
It's very good. I wish every one of you had access to such a wonderful woman and such a wonderful cook like this.
Thank you, honey. So, thank you for joining us in the kitchen today.
Thank you. Enjoy your dinner. I know I will.
This is a new channel, so feel free to like and subscribe. Have a good day.